Hello and welcome, my name is Olive and this class is going to be a slow power yoga sequence. So slow in terms of the pace but powerful in terms of the transitions that we use, and also we're looking at passive and active ranges in our movement. So passive is where we use something else to get us into a certain depth. Active is where we just use the inherent strength and rotation of our joints as well as our muscles. So all you're going to need in terms of equipment, your yoga mat, maybe a block or a pillow if you would like, but yeah, I will see you there. Finding yourself in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like, we're just going to spend a bit of time warming up. So hands down onto your lap, just start to roll and swing your shoulders back, just allow them to loosen up, maybe move a little bit through the spine, and then change direction, moving the other way. Lovely, and then coming all the way back to a little bit of stillness. What we're going to do now is drop the chin to the chest, and I just want you to observe your breath moving down the back of your neck, down the traps, breathing nice and deeply here. On your next inhalation, take your head forwards and then looking all the way out, just as much as you want to go again. Just feeling that stretch sort of down the front of your throat and keeping the breath nice and controlled. Maybe open and close your mouth a couple times to get a bit more of a stretch down the front of your throat. And then next inhale, come back to center. From here, just dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. It won't come into contact, but just allow that sort of stretch to come up through the left side of the neck. And then you're going to float that left hand up and away. And just let it float, maybe twist your head, maybe move through the arm a little bit, see what feels good. And then slowly let the left hand come down, chin to the chest, roll over to the other side. So left ear, left shoulder. Right hand floating up and away. Again, find any little twists, any little rotations, any movement that feels good. And then let everything come all the way back down, bringing the head back to neutral. So making a nice tight fist with the hands, start to roll them around nice and slow. Nice small joint rotations. Good. Let it click and change direction. And then come into some nice long waves. So you open up through the hands, get some movement going on through the joints and the fingers and the wrists. Change direction again. And releasing the hands, give them a little flick out, give them a little shake. Cool. So popping yourself into a tabletop. Maybe have a little bit of a pat out of the feet, tuck the toes if you would like, and just find some movements of the spine. So we can come through some cat-cows or flexion and extension. Anything that feels good for your spine right now. Maybe even some twists side to side. Again, whatever feels good. We're just taking our time to warm up through certain muscle groups, checking in our joint range of motion, and allowing that breath to come nice and easy. So maybe just start to pulse backwards and forwards between the wrists and the toes, just loading more weight into either of them. And then slowly coming all the way back through to center. You're going to tuck your toes again, let your bum come back down onto your heels. If you want, maybe put a pillow underneath. We're just going to go into some thoracic movement, so pushing the palms in front. Inhale to squeeze and pull the chest forwards. Exhale to reverse, looking towards your belly button. Inhale again, coming forwards. Exhale, reversing. So just continuing this a couple of times. And again, maybe twist side to side, add in a little bit of extra lateral movement, whatever feels good. Little wriggles. And then coming back to some stillness. So pop yourself forwards back into tabletop. From here we're going to just have a little brief look at some posterior chain activation. So finding a nice equal balance in the hands and the legs, you're going to extend your right leg straight behind you. Just take a moment, rock backwards and forwards. Start to observe the differences in the hamstrings, the calves and the glutes as you do pulse forwards and back. We're going to start switching on those muscle groups a little bit more. So come back to stillness, shoulders over those ribs. Draw in and brace through the core. You're going to push through the hands and just elevate the right toes so the heel comes in line with the bum. Maybe have a little look around, it's not actually that high. We're going to tap the floor and elevate again. So just tapping and elevating a couple of times. As you do this, you should really feel the right glute switch on, as well as the hamstring, as well as the calf. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. And then release, swap those legs over, left leg behind. Again, start by rocking backwards and forwards. Cool. And then when you're ready, bracing, finding alignment. Start to lift, elevate, have a peek round, see how high it is, then lower and lift. All the while bracing through the core, so protecting the spine, the muscles around it. Yeah, let's do 2 more. And then release. When you're ready, press up into your first downward facing dog. Maybe have a moment here. Shake out through the head, pedal out the feet. Have a little bounce, whatever feels good. Make sure you're really trying to push through those hands. Shoulders towards the ears, so scapula is on the rib cage. It's being supported. Cool, let's go for 1 more breath. And then looking between those hands, tiptoe the feet to the top of your mat. Have a little moment in here in ragdoll, so cradle the elbows, start to rock side to side. Maybe even play with some ankle mobility, so what you could do, hands come back down to the ground, rocking between the tiptoes and the heels, nice and gently. Again, legs are bent as much as you want. Maybe even gently rocking side to side. So coming through some eversion and inversion. And then all the way back to stillness. Take the hands to the shins, start to walk yourself all the way up through to standing. And when you get to the top, just have a little wriggle, have a little shake. So we're going to go through 2 rounds of vinyasas, but there are going to be some slight modifications to them, again to sort of stick to the theme of more muscular activation and strength and control in our active ranges. So, taking the feet nice and wide, spread the toes, grip down. Take an inhale, first of all, circle those hands up. Now on the exhale, we're going to use no hands. So you're going to start to reach out in front of you as you fold forwards. Let the knees bend whenever they need. And as you fold, the head looks behind, the arms are going to shoot straight behind you. So you're controlling through the legs, engaging the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, keeping that breath stable. Now to come to halfway lift, we're keeping the hands there, but we inhale, lift the chest, look forwards, brace through the core. Exhale, plant those hands, step back to your plank. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, knees come down, elbows wrap in, and we're lowering halfway. Then we inhale, lift up to cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. So taking a couple of breaths here. Again, wriggling out, moving, seeing what the body needs, how to adapt. It's a nice, slow, controlled movement today, particularly when we come to transitions. Let's go for 1 more breath here. Next, inhale to lift between the hands, tiptoe the feet to the top of your mat, arriving to halfway lift. So hands by the side, lifting the chest, look forwards. Exhale, folding again, hands behind you. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And then exhale, releasing to Samsiki. We're going to do it 1 more time. So when you're ready, inhale, circle those hands up. Exhale, folding forwards, hands pass behind you. So again, bend the legs as much as you need. Inhale to halfway lift, straighten the back, look forwards. Exhale, hands down, step back to your plank. Inhale again, prepare. Exhale, knees, elbows in tight, lower halfway. Inhale to lift, squeeze the butt. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So again, 5 breaths here. Just having a little play, little wriggle, checking in with breath and body. Always using this point in our practice as a time to just check in. Cool. So next, inhale, looking between the hands, again tiptoeing the feet forwards. Inhale to lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, reaching hands up. And then exhaling, releasing. Samasthiti. Cool. We're going to go through inner half vinyasa just to come back down to downward facing dog. So hands by the side. Inhale and release, sweep the hands up. Exhale, folding yourself forwards. Again, hands behind you. Inhale, halfway lift, looking in front. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. As always, inhale, prepare, brace. Exhale, knees, elbows in, lower halfway. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale through, downward facing dog. Love. So we're going to come into split dog, and I want you to really focus on activating your right hamstring. So inhale, float the right leg straight behind you, three-legged dog. Keep pushing through the hands. Now draw the right heel to the right butt cheek. Really try squeeze the hamstring and slowly rotate and open your hips to the right hand side as much as you would like. Focus more on the hamstring squeeze rather than the rotation in the hips. One more breath here. And then slowly return, three-legged dog. Looking forwards to the hands, draw the shoulders over the wrists, plant the right foot on the outside of the hand. Maybe pick it up and move it if you need. And from here you're going to ground down into both those legs, squeezing the glutes. Now we're going to find some little shoulder movements for the right hand. So take that right hand straight in front of you, palm facing the inside. Inhale, you're going to open it, create a big 180. Spin the palm to face the outside as it comes behind you. And then slowly spin it forwards. And do this a couple more times. Inhale, spin it back. Exhale, bring it forwards. Let's go two more times. Inhale, spinning. Finding the rotation in the shoulder, the thoracic spine. Exhale, forwards. Last time, inhale, spin it back. Try to keep the lower body still. Exhale, coming forwards. Let the right hand come back down. Now I'm going to walk those hands and feet to face the long edge of the mat. So walk them over to the left side, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So you might need to readjust. Have a little shake to the hips. But inhale, lift, fill the chest, fill the lungs. Exhale, folding yourself forwards. Take your time to look behind you. Distribute the weight between the toes, between the heels. And what we learned from our active forward folds, glute engagement, hamstrings, quads, breath as well. Good, we're going to take one more breath here. Then inhale, straighten up those arms, looking forwards. We're going to turn those right toes forwards again. Walk the hands back to the inside, then push up, entering into warrior two. So engaging through the glutes again. Make sure there's stability into the front knee, so it's not collapsing in or out. I'm going to take one more breath here in warrior two. And then taking that left hand to left thigh, right palm flips up. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale to reverse, coming into peaceful warrior. So this is more of our passive approach. We're using assistance to create lateral flexion of the spine with support from the left hand. So one more breath here and then we're going to make it harder. If you would like, take the left hand to hold the rib cage of the right and see if we can just breathe in. Maintain similar range, but more control, more awareness, all the muscles that are keeping us stable. One more breath. Then inhale, return, warrior two. Take right forearm down. Left hand is going to sweep down the body. And the shoulder is going to go over the ear, the fingers going up towards the top of our mat. So again, more of our passive approach to our extended angle. We will make it harder in a sec. But make sure you're really putting weight into the back foot. One more breath here. Now nice and slow, you're going to lift up the right elbow. Take the hand to hold the left ribs. That leg in the front is really working hard to keep you stable, so make sure you're still breathing. Lift up a little bit more if you're too deep. One more breath here. Then inhale, return, warrior two. You're going to slowly scoop the left hand down the body and pick up the left heel on the way, coming briefly into our high lunge. Then draw your hands down to your heart. Nice and slow with the transition to warrior three. So inhale here. Then exhale, slowly shift the weight forwards into the front leg. See if you can elevate the left foot, heel in line with the bum in line with the shoulders. Good, we're going to pulse here. So inhale, and then exhale, bend the right leg just a little bit. Inhale to lift, straighten up as much as you like. Exhale to bend. 2 more of these. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bending. Don't worry if you fall out. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Keep the bend. Let the left foot come next to the right. Hands go up into chair pose. Have a wriggle. Check in with your breathing. And then exhale, fold forwards, hands by your side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. As always, inhale, prepare. Exhale, knees, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. And exhale to down dog. So, as you're here, give some love to the legs. Give them a little shake out. Because my right glute is really feeling that. So we're going to do it all again. But on the left side. So let's go for one more breath here. Lovely. So split dog first. Inhale, float the left leg straight behind you. Again, focusing on the hamstring. Draw the left heel to left butt cheek. Squeeze the hamstring. Slowly rotate, open the hips open to the left hand side. Focus on the activation, less on the rotation. One more breath. And then slowly return, three-legged dog. Look forward to the hands, bring shoulders over the wrists. Plant the foot on the outside of those hands. Take a moment, settle here, push through, and then left hand straight out in front, fingertips, palms facing the inside. Inhale, swim it back, create the 180. Exhale, return it forwards. So 3 more times, inhale, spinning back. Exhale, coming forwards. Take your time, next 2. Keep pushing through the right hand, squeezing and engaging the glutes. Last time. Beautiful. Let the left hand land, and then again we're going to turn and walk hands and feet to face the right side of the mat. This time we're going to take a slightly different forward fold. So inhale, lengthen, look forwards, lift the chest. Exhale, release hands to your hips, and slowly fold forwards. So again, a more active approach to our forward fold. We control how deep we go by continuously allowing ourselves to breathe, so the nervous system knows we are safe and sends those signals to the brain, but also making sure we've got the correct muscular activation. Weight to the heels or toes, hamstrings, quads, glutes are on, as well as bracing in the core. One more breath here. Then inhale, start to slowly straighten up. Plant the hands back down to the ground. Now we're going to come to warrior 2. Turning those left toes forwards, bend into the leg, open those hands up to warrior 2. Establish yourself first, get nice and comfortable, nice and active, and breathe. I don't ask you guys to do a lot. There's a lot to remember. One more breath here. Then right hand lands to the thigh, flip the left palm up, inhale, reach forwards, exhale to reverse, coming into peaceful warrior. Of course, play around with where you're looking, bending more or less into the front leg. One more breath goes here. And then you know it, right hand to hold left ribs. More active approach, so using all the stabilizing muscles around the spine to support us here. One more breath. Then inhale, scooping forwards, warrior 2. Left forearm on top of the knee, right hand sweeps down the body, shoulder over the ear, extended angle. Breathing, keep gripping the toes into the mat. One more breath here. And lift the left elbow, left hand to hold the right rib cage. Go up even higher if you want. See where it feels comfortable. One more breath. Then inhale, float up, warrior 2. Picking up the right heel, Right hand as we elevate up into high lunge. Hands draw down to our heart, nice and slow inhale. Then exhale, shift the weight forwards. Slowly scoop up the right leg into warrior three. Hips are level, core is braced, inhaling. Exhale, bend the left leg. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bend. Two more, inhale, lifting. Exhale, bending. Last time, inhale to lift. Exhale to bend, and let the right leg land next to the left. Hands go up. Have a wriggle into your hips. Then exhale, folding forwards, hands by your side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Back to your plank. As always, inhale, prep. Exhale, knees. Lower halfway. Inhale, scoop and lift. Squeeze muscles in the upper back. Exhale into downward facing dog. So again, as we are here, shake out through the legs, create a little bit of a bounce, whatever feels good. Lovely. So when you're ready, next inhalation, right leg floats straight behind you. Look between the hands, shoulders over the wrists, plant the right foot between the hands, let the left knee come down to the ground, either tuck the toe or untuck, and inhale, lifting up into a nice stable low lunge position. So you're going to do some active movements between this low lunge and half splits. So inhale here, and then exhale, half split. Start to push the hips behind you, straighten up the front leg, release the toes, hands by your side. So I've already explored familiar active movements for the hamstrings. So similar here again. Inhale, return, low lunge. Just going to do this 3 more times. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Take your time, please feel free to take the hands down to the mat. Progress at your own pace. One more time, exhale, push back. Try to really drive the heel into the ground. Inhale, coming forwards, low lunge. Beautiful. From here, bending into low lunge a little bit more, so bend into the front leg. So feel more into the left hip flexor. Right hand comes to that knee. Lift the left hand higher, and then exhale, just gently bend towards the right hand side. Feel free to take the right hand down by your side if you would like. And if you want to feel it a little bit stronger into the back hip flexor, you start to rotate and twist your chest towards the right hand side, whilst keeping stability in the legs. So one more breath. Then inhale, returning, low lunge. Lovely. From here, I'm going to take the hands down to the inside of the right leg. I'm going to step that right leg out to this side. I'm going to change angles. So the arch of the foot is going to come in line with that knee. Hands are to the floor. I'm just going to start to slowly pulse backwards and forwards. Just adding a little bit of a hip hinge, a little bit of movement to our adductor muscles, so muscles on the inner thigh. Feel free as you're doing this to maybe gently peel back the right toes, just to add a little bit more. Sweet. And then finding a little bit of stillness here. You're going to push through the hands, squeeze the glutes, and elevate yourself all the way upwards. So see, you might need to slide the left leg away, or right leg away a bit more. See where you feel balance. So more sort of strength movements for the muscles in the spine. Taking the right hand down to the right leg, lifting left hand up on the inhale, and exhale, slowly bend towards the right. So similar movements to our peaceful warrior and our extended angle. This is passive, we'll make it active in a second. So, slightly different this time. Lift up the right hand, take it straight out in front of you. Imagine you're holding a weight in this hand, so we're working sort of extra hard through the muscles in the upper back to support. One more breath here. Then inhale, come all the way back to center. Then left hand goes down, right hand goes straight up, or if you'd rather, it can go straight over the ear, whatever feels more comfortable. Cool. And again, we take one more breath here in a more passive approach. This might be a bit tricky, so I'll take it slowly. Come up onto the fingertips of the left hand first and see if you can lift and float it out to the side. Oh my god. You might need to lift up a little bit higher because it is quite deep, especially for the obliques. One more breath here. Then inhale, coming all the way back up. Lovely. So with this gate position, we're going to take the hands back down to the floor and then the right leg straight behind us. Coming back to this idea of elevating that right leg, but we're going to do it in time with elevating the left hand. So when you're ready, slowly lift the left hand, slowly lift the right leg. Breathing here, finding stability in the shoulder and the pelvis. Inhale. And then exhale, draw elbow and knee together, starting to flex through the back. Then slowly driving out. Again, exhale, come together. Inhale, driving out. Exhale together. Inhale out. Just one more time again, trying to notice and observe the muscular activations, particularly when the leg is extended. And then let the hands land down. Lovely. So push through the hands, elevate the legs, coming into plank. Inhale, we prepare. Exhale, knees. Halfway. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and facing dog. So give some love to the legs before we come onto our other side. Also, we're only lowering halfway in the chaturanga because we're looking at developing more control and stability in the shoulders and the muscles that surround it, as well as the triceps. And hopefully it brings more awareness to these areas. Cool. So inhale, float the left leg straight behind you. Looking between the hands, shoulders over the wrists. Plant the left foot between them, drop the right knee. Inhale, coming all the way up, low lunge. So again, establish yourself here, find comfort, and we're going to come to half split. So inhale. Exhale, push the hips behind, hands float by your side, flex the front toes, heel to the ground. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, half splits. Good. Inhale, return, low lunge. Exhaling, folding forwards. Going one more time. Inhale, lifting, squeezing. Exhale, half splits. Drive the heel to the floor. This time, as we come forwards, elevate the hands up. Bend into the front knee a little bit more. Left hand to the knee. Inhale, float the right hand high. Exhale, slowly come into our sort of active quad hip flexor stretch. You want to change it up, start to rotate towards the left, maybe left hand goes by your side. Whatever feels best. I'm going to take one more breath here. And then inhale, return, low lunge. Hands come to the inside of the left leg, and we're going to again kick the left leg out to the side. So the arch of the foot is in line with our knee. Start by again, pulsing backwards and forwards, checking in, seeing how the left adductor feels, maybe peeling and opening up through the toes if you want. And then slowing it down, pressing through the feet, elevating all the way up. Readjust the legs as much as you need. And again, squeezing the glutes and using the adductors to find stability here. Cool. So when you're ready, left hand goes down. Inhale, float right hand up. Exhale, slowly lean towards the left hand side. So again, maybe feeling it all the way down the side of the body. I'm going to breathe one more time here. And then take the left hand straight out in front of you. Imagining you are holding a plate, a book, whatever it is. Feeling that stability come. One more breath. Then inhale, shoulders over hips. This time right hand goes down. Lift the left hand straight above the shoulder or up and over the ear. Getting used to this range. Controlling into the legs, even though they're still super active. And again, let's take this nice and slow. Come up onto the right fingertips. See if you can float that hand up and away. Come up higher if you need to, it doesn't matter. Remember, we have a shorter active range and passive. Good, one more breath. And slowly coming all the way back up. Lovely. So from this gate pose again, both hands come down, take the left leg straight behind you onto the toes. Push through the hands and knees. Inhale to elevate the right hand and left leg. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, driving out. Exhale, coming together. So next two at your own pace. Remember to change up where you're looking. So this is a really lovely movement to practice for coordination and shoulder and pelvic stability. And then let both hands and knees come down. Elevate up into high plank to inhale and prep. Exhale, knees. Lower halfway. Inhale to lift. And exhale, down and facing dog. Lovely. So again, shake out the legs, move around, whatever feels good before we come into one of our last sequences. Again, I'm going to change sides so I know that you can see me a little bit better. Cool. So next inhale, float the right leg straight behind you. I'm going to do some controlled movements, looking at hip flexors and shoulders. So inhale, draw right knee to right elbow, holding here until I say. Trying to squeeze the heel to the bum, keep pushing through the hands. Exhale, drive back, three-legged dog. Inhale, draw the knee to your nose, this time squeezing the heel to your bum. Give one more breath. Exhale, driving back. Inhale, over towards the left elbow this time, still squeezing heel to the bum, shoulders over the wrists, grip through the fingers. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale, this time landing in pigeon. So knee comes, lands in between the hands, slide that back leg away, engage your glutes, lift up through the chest. Going to breathe here for one more breath, moment of stillness. Now we're coming into some 90-90 legs. You're going to drop your bum down to the right side, and you're going to bring your left knee in line with the hip, left knee in line with the ankle, and very similar in the front leg. So ankle and knee are in line, knee and hip are in line. So we've created this 90-90 degree position. Hands are going to go either side of the right leg, of the right thigh. I'm going to inhale here. Feel free to also put a pillow or a block underneath your left butt cheek. And then on the exhale, we're just going to slowly fold forwards as much as we can. Inhale, coming all the way up, right. Exhale, slowly folding. Inhale, coming up. So for the next two, feel free to stick to using your hands, or you can try without hands. So without hands, inhale. Exhale, folding. So more again, active. Inhale, coming up. Last time, wherever we are, exhale, folding down. Inhale to lift all the way up. Plant those hands, swivel both legs round to the front. Give them a little bit of a shake out. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to take Upavishta Konasana. So taking the legs into about a 90-degree angle. Lovely. So again, from here, going to inhale, draw both hands up and above the head, and then take right hand down to the right shin, slowly start to lean towards the right side. So as always, exploring this more active approach first. We're going to take one more breath here, and then see if you can start to take right hand to hold the left rib cage. Keep flexing the toes, keep both butt cheeks on the floor. One more breath. Then inhale, come up. Left hand goes down, draw right hand up, slowly start to lean. Again, going as much as you would like. Breathing here. Bend the legs as much as you need, heels to the ground. Then when you're ready, left hand to hold right ribs. Keep that breath strong. The engagement in the body. One more breath. And then inhale, coming all the way back up. Lovely. From here, drawing those legs together and then swiveling them round to the side, taking a kneeling stance. Okay, from here we're going to take both hands behind us, squeezing shoulder blades together, lifting the chest, taking our time to look behind us as we come into a version of Reclined Hero. So expanding through the chest as much as you would like, noticing and observing the sensations in the spine, in the hips, in the legs. Feel free if you would like to lift the balm off the heels. And take one more breath here. And slowly pull the chin back to the chest, planting those hands, stepping back into plank. Inhale, prep. Exhale, knees lower halfway. Inhale to lift. And exhale, down and facing dog. Lovely. So taking another couple of breaths here before we come on to our final side. Those taps first of all. Inhale, float the left leg straight behind you. Inhale, draw shoulders over the wrists, left knee, left elbow, heel to the bum. Really try push. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring the knee to your nose, balancing on the big toe of the back foot. Exhale, all the way back. Last time, towards the right elbow. Try to extend the back leg as well. Exhale, driving back. This time, inhale, come forwards. Land the knee between the hands, slide the back leg away. Briefly into pigeon pose. Squeeze in the glutes, pressing into the front leg. Good, one more breath here. And then back to 1990 legs. You drop the bum down to the left hand side. Bring the back knee forwards in line with the hip. Front ankle in line with the knee. Use a pillow underneath the right butt cheek if you want. So hands either side, inhale here. Exhale, folding forwards first of all with assistance. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Again, this time if you would like, go without the hands. Slowly down on the exhale. Inhale, coming up. Last time, wherever we are. And then release those hands, swivel both legs round to the front and give them a little shake up. So coming back to our wide-legged stance, legs are again to about 90 degrees. This time we're going to have a look at some forward folding movements. So try to peel the toes back towards you, squeeze the butts so the hips are safer in this position. It's not just into the ligaments. So first of all, we're going to inhale to take the hands up. We're going to do this slightly differently. We're going to do active, dynamic movement first and then passive. So inhale, exhale, start to tilt forwards, fold as much as you can. Then inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale to fold as far in front of you as you can. So keep squeezing the glutes. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Be honest with yourself. Don't push just for the sake of it. Inhale, coming up. Last time, mobility teaches a lot about our ego and patience. Inhale, coming up. Lovely. This time, take the hands to the inside. Walk them as far out in front of you as you would like, and allow this fold to happen nice and passively. So feel free to completely outstretch if you're able to, or just keep the hands close to the body and gently just explore your passive range. All the while breathing nice and strong. Good. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. And inhale, walk those hands in, draw those legs together, seal them round to the back, and this time have the toes tucked as you sit back down onto your heels. You can obviously keep the toes tucked or have them flat, whatever feels best. We're going to come into some dancing camel movement because it's a lovely movement for the hip hinge, posterior chain activation, and thoracic rotation. So, starting in this crouching position, we're going to sweep both hands in front, push the hips forwards over the knees as the right hand connects to right heel, left hand reaches up and over. Then exhale, sweep, drop the hips, inhale, come and push up. Exhale down, inhaling up. You just start to find your own pace with this. Figure out if you want to have the heels or the toes tucked or flat. Make sure you're getting this lovely sort of hip hinge action, so glutes as well as the core fire and stabilize. I'm going to go one more time each side. It's super easy to get carried away. Then come all the way back to stillness, hands land, last vinyasa, step the feet behind you, inhale prep, exhale knees, whole body halfway, inhale to lift, exhale downward facing dog. Give a little bounce, give a little shake. And then when you're ready, look between the hands, step or jump yourself down to seated, feet go out in front of you. Grab hold just below the kneecaps, lean away with straight arms, chin to the chest. Inhale, pull through, expand, look up. Just sort of rolling and moving throughout these two movements. You can twist and turn side to side, whatever feels good. And then when you are ready, come down to lie on your back. Planting both feet on the floor as wide as you would like, maybe just as wide as your mat. Hands can be on your belly, and you're just going to let the knees go down to the right and to the left side at your own pace, quick or slow, or maybe just hold. So one more time each side. Then draw the knees back to center, hug them in nice and close. Let yourself rock side to side for a sec. And then when you're ready, final pose of happy baby. Flip the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Bend the knees as much as you want, maybe grab the legs or grab the ankles and just start to rock yourself side to side. We've got one more active range to explore. So this is a passive happy baby where we hold the feet active. See if you can just reach your hands straight above the shoulders and see where the knees, see where the feet go. Maybe rock, see what goes on. And coming back to hug both knees into your chest. Bring yourself up to seated however you want, whether you rock up and down or roll to one side. I'm going to rock. And then take your time. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Last little movement for the shoulders. You're going to take your right hand, so the top of the hand behind your back. Roll your right shoulder so it's a neutral. Press the palm into your back, sort of trying to drive the elbow forwards. Chin to the chest, and then left shoulder. Breathing nice and softly here. Chin and head to neutral, release the right hand. Left hand goes behind your back, roll that shoulder back, try to drive the elbow forwards, then chin to the chest, right ear, right shoulder. Breathing again here, nice and deep. And then chin to the chest, release the hand, hands onto your lap, and just take 3 nice, really slow inhales and exhales. Last 2. Final 1. And then rub your palms together, building heat, take them over the eyes, and draw yourself back. So thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoy this slow power yoga class. Let me know if you would like future ones like this or other classes. So yeah, I will see you next time.